Welcome back, the Old Two Stroker YouTube channel. My name's Wayne, and today we're working on junk. Everyone's favorite junk, actually. This is my 75 Pete 12V71 and factory sleeper. I can't show you too much in the intro because, listen, hey, I forgot to record an intro because I'm kind of a space cadet. And we're going to get a ton of progress on this truck in this video. We've got to fix a busted frame splice. We got to strip this thing completely down, and we're going to totally change the look of this truck today. So stay tuned. Let's get to the video. We have got to get this thing tore down for sandblasting. So let's get started. First step to that, let's get rid of these ugly fenders. I've had enough. Can't stand anymore.
Fire! 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 Fire!
Golly, we'll just weld metal to it, I guess.
Yeah, there it goes.
What a freaking mess, dude. Everything's welded to everything.
Everything's on fire. Better get Jimmy over here.
Jimmy's been over here far too much.
I like that they spent all the money on this stuff.
No, I think they just used what they had laying around.
And they just like smeared it right in there.
No!
Oh!
Dang it! How this is the rest of us?
That's pretty much ready to rock and roll.
Now we're getting something.
Oh man, maybe you could just pick that whole thing up and it'll just fold right up. Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, whoa, whoa. Let go.
Yep.
You're not helping. You're not helping. Sick him, Jimmy. Oh, he's angry. Look at how ferocious he is. You doing wheelies? What are you doing? Every kid's gonna get you. He's gonna get you. I'm kind of thinking the next thing I need to do is pull the back rack off. I think that'll give us much better access to be able to blast and paint the frame. We can blast and paint the back rack, jam some new boards in it. All right, folks, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get started getting this fifth wheel rail off. Sick. That was a super low C130. Well, I got almost all the bolts out. Just one. I didn't see that one. Dang it. I'm gonna go back under there and get that, I guess. Sick. That one broke with just the impact. See, it made a gap already. I'm gonna get a hammer. This was the right call, my friends. We just gotta get a couple of these bolts out. It's gonna be good. Please don't pinch me. Nice. Oh boy, she weighs more than a pound. That's ready to be blasted. Thought I saw that. It's just like totally free balling there. Jeez, they spaced that away from the frame with washers, huh? That'll be fun to duplicate. The other bonus we've got, and the other reason I did that, was that sleeve. Oh, come out of there now. There shouldn't be anything holding that. I can't imagine what this is like on a truck that's actually rust jacked. Oh yeah. I think what's happened is it's rust jacked in the corners and it's putting. Also probably this is bent in the wrong spot and that's holding it. There we go. Alright boys. I've been fighting with this all day. It's time to get radical. We got the welder out here. I've got another bolt on this rail. We're gonna weld that thing right there and we're gonna pull on it until that rail folds up or this rail folds up or that liner comes out. I'm all done playing with this thing. I don't give a shit if we have to cut this truck in half. We're all done with this. So let's see what we get. This should be fun. That. Sure for it. Something's gonna happen. Let's see what it does. I think it's welded, dude. I don't think that's rust jacking. I think it's welded. Now, clearly, something's happening here because my tools came out. So we know we've got tension on it. I think they got a piece of weld in there. Look at that. Guarantee it's welded. Look down this rail right now. I don't know if that's showing up on camera. It's sucking that whole entire rail in. Ignorant mother. Well, I turn the camera off and my weld held. The bolt, on the other hand, not so much.
Six and a half hours later.
Well, boys. One frame sleeve. Yeah, they didn't hardly weld it on the backside when they spliced it. See the gap? They put that plate in there.
Welded against it.
Yep. That's why it was dug in like that. Idiots. Right now, I'm gonna start on the other side. I'm not gonna record any of this because I'm miserable. I need music, beers, and just a sledgehammer. All right. Got all the bolts out. Got all the bolts out on the other side. We're just about to pick this frickin' thing. I'm gonna get this out of my way so I can mess with getting this rail out of here because they welded that one also. Alright fellas, she just let out one hell of a pop. I think we got her. This damn thing was in there. Don't worry about those gaping holes. We'll patch them. These freaking idiots bolted the sleeves in and then welded the frame. And they got half of the sleeve in the weld. And it didn't do any good anyway because the weld's still cracked because clearly whoever it is a booger welder. They didn't even weld the backside. Like, it's not even completely welded. So that's almost cracked all the way through, I feel like. So we're gonna gouge it all out, re-weld it, make it nice. Luckily, I mean it's pitted, but it ain't thin under the fifth wheel at all. It's in very good shape, actually. So I think what I'm gonna do is re-weld that whole deal. Maybe what I'll do is bolt a piece of aluminum behind it, weld the frame up, because the weld won't stick to it. Man, I would have never guessed looking at this thing that it was such a piece of... So, we are under here looking at what I gotta do to unhook this wet kit. I think that's gonna be... That's suction from the tank, and that's pressure out. So I think I'm just gonna unscrew them here and feed them, and I can just feed them back up through. And this gives me a spot I can put a drain pan so we're not getting absolutely molested by fluid, so... Quick to the adjustable wrench section. A little slow moving today. I'm sore.
That's what happens when you work late.
Yeah, fiasco. Took till midnight to get that other rail off. Sometimes you gotta take a second and just clean the shop floor.
You're working in the big bay.
The big bay. Mm-hmm. Most guys would kill to have a shop this size.
Good morning, Jimmy.
Free all the world, folks. Gump, you're a genius.
Where's all the fluid?
I got a sneaky suspicion that's gonna leak for 6 days. Hell yeah. There's a lot of water in it. It's squirting me.
I don't know how to help.
There's no way to help.
Like water?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's disgusting. Well, that was the right call.
Mm-hmm.
The smell up here is...
What is the shmoo? Like oil and...
Well, that's metal. I don't know what that is. The shmoo is oil and just shmoo. Like dirt from...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Got the air hoses. We gotta get that electrical cable. And then I'll just run a new one or splice a new one in. Want to see how tight this is? Any bets?
I think it'll come first swing.
You think so?
Yeah. Sorry. Oh, that one came out too, huh?
Yeah, that one's apparently just gonna come right out. Boy, howdy, I didn't see that coming. This one's got all the rust on it, so... Actually, this begs the question. How did they get those in there? They ain't coming out of there.
From the bottom.
Think?
Yeah.
Oh, whatever, Trace.
We have people that are stupid.
I didn't think it would make the bend.
Oh my Lanta.
What an idiot, bro.
Sometimes you have to have brains in the operation.
Well, don't tell anybody. Your husband's special ed. God, that's gross. It's like it's been under a truck for
How long do you
200
think
years.
it's been on there? Since day one?
No. At some point, I don't know, somebody added all this to the truck. I don't know when.
Oh,
That's gonna break.
yeah.
Oh, that only walks a little bit. Trying to save me from breaking this fitting off in the tank. Because I'm afraid I'm going to slip with that wrench and hit the line. And it's just going to shear that line off. And then, like so. And then, back up. You're in the way of extra leverage. It's either going to break or it's going to come off. I don't care which. A little bit concerned. It shouldn't, but I'm a little bit concerned this thing's gonna rock that way when I loosen this. This is the only thing holding it to the truck
the
bed
cab.
towards the cab, right? So we'll just kind of keep your eye on that.
Okay. Yep. It's.
That's what I was afraid of.
I'm kind of afraid that once you start lifting it, it's gonna like
Yeah, me too.
kick that
What
way.
I'm gonna try to do is not lift. I'm gonna try to just
pull?
suck the boom in.
Gotcha. Oh yeah.
part that I thought was on the frame for those airlines and electrical was not.
Oh.
I was gonna say, it should be sliding, you know?
Oh, I see.
See it?
I see. Yup, yep.
Idiots. Let's just make this totally unserviceable.
It's not gonna kick back after you do that.
I don't care. If he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies.
I'm hoping it should slide a little bit. That's what I'm talking about, boys. % of the weight's back up there, you know?
Yeah.
So it should be a little bit more balanced than it was, you know? Hell yeah! Bro, the back of the sleeper is like immaculate.
Yeah. It's a lot cleaner than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. This thing's gonna look so cool.
Buddy. Look at the back of that thing.
Holy shit, boys.
Hold on. There you go.
Just as we're working on this junk, look what we get. 100,000 subs. Couldn't have done it without you. Thank you to all you guys that supported me. I sure appreciate it. It's been a little bit of a long road, but we made it. I'd like to give a shout out to Will, Radiation Supply House, Kenny May. You boys. I had so much fun out there in Oregon, and those videos are a big reason I am where I am. So I appreciate that. I'd like to thank all my other friends, Big Tex, Parker, Chicken Nuggy. Appreciate you guys. More importantly, my wife for just, well, she's behind the camera. Say hello. She's not trying to be seen on camera much, so.
No.
I appreciate her more than she'll ever know, because I don't really talk about that kind of stuff that much. Good deal. We're finally here. The only thing we could do is move up, right? So let's get to work. Can't move up without building a truck. Look at this levels of ignorance, folks. They like built this whole truck around this thing. You can't get it out of there. So I gotta cut those bars in half to get them out of there. I'll tell you what, if this comes off of here, there ain't no way it's going back on. What is that bracket? Why is it booger welded to the... Oh, because that one broke, I see. And they couldn't weld aluminum because they're special ed. If this tag goes, those fuel tank brackets are going too, boys.
Delete.
One down. There we go. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was
That's what I'm talking about.
She moved. What I thought was gonna happen.
Cut me, daddy. That's it. Hell yeah.
Delete.
Dude, it ain't even that bad. I ain't mad at that. I was wondering how bad this was gonna be.
Oh, you thought the rail was gonna be bad?
Yeah. Well, I didn't really know. Now I know. Rail's like mint still, so. Get out of there. It's gonna be fine. Let's try. I bet it's warm.
That thing twirls. Don't forget about that.
Quit distracting me.
I was trying to remind you that that thing is going to give you a broken ankle.
But that grease is greasy. Alright, fellas, things got kind of wild this morning. Pulled that axle out from under the truck, and then it occurred to me, before I could put that thing together, I gotta go back and get some hardware. If you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you've already seen this, but that's what $484 of hardware looks like. And it was 78 pounds. Did pretty good. But it's all in individual bags, so I can just go put it in my bin, and then we'll use it as we need it. What a treat. All right, boys and girls, I don't know where we left off on this deal, but I know it's been a while, and this frickin' thing was a mess. So I did finally get the sleeves out. That was a complete mess because they welded to them. Just a disaster. This rail was welded on crooked, so I had to like mostly cut it off and then re-weld it back on. We've got her pretty well dialed now. I got it all freaking ground down, sanded down. Looks pretty good. I don't think it's gonna be like super obvious, you know. I just finished needle scaling the inside of these rails here. There was still a lot of rust in there. Also, even though they welded those channels in, they never welded from the back side, so I filled the gap that they had in there with weld so that it will be good. We had to, of course, we had to weld our lowers again and the uppers because they were cracked. It was all cracked, remember, on both flanges. That's all done. Like I said, I just needle scaled it. We're gonna apply this rust converter stuff, and then I've got to needle scale those, cut the bolts off that I welded to that one, and kind of smooth that all out. And then we're going to Rust-Oleum flat black this stuff, and then we're just going to reassemble so that all the bolts are in it, so that when we sandblast and paint this chassis, everything looks the way it's supposed to. It'll all match. Because there's nothing worse, believe me, than sandblasting and painting and then having to go put bolts in and change that around. It just never matches the way you would want it to. So yeah, let's see how this is here. I don't know. Rust Converter Ultra. It says not to use it if it's below 50 degrees. And brother, we are flirting with the line. It is 51 out. All right. Second side, check. Didn't even miss any spots. What a treat. I don't remember, but I think that's supposed to be like, I think it goes black when it's dry completely or something like that. I don't know. Well, boys, we got the liners, all needle scaled down. They're drying. They're not really drying because it's 48 out here. Frame's all fixed. The frame is also drying on either side. And there's that other liner. All day needle scaling and shit. It was pretty bad, actually. I'm glad I did it when I did, because it wouldn't have lived long if I left it alone. All right, well, got my liners in. They dude, they came out friggin' sick. Like, there's like almost no gap. You'd never know they were all rust jacked. Come out pretty sick. And like I said, I rust treated on the inside of that rail, and then in here, and the outside of the liner, and what do you call it? Rust-oleumed them. Did the rust converter, so done deal. The downside is they got these. It had this neat set of like lowboy ramps, but I just don't know if they're gonna go back on, man. It's kind of a mess to put them back on. What do you guys think? Just leave them off and send it? Let me know. All right. Today we're back out here again working on this Pete. You know we're hurrying to get this thing ready for sandblast and paint. Now I'm not gonna be able to sandblast it and paint it this year, so it's already too cold for that. There's a guy local to me that may be able to do it. He works inside, he's got a big shop. He could probably do it in the cold because he's got heat. So we're gonna see about that. I'm not gonna make any guarantees. Might be springtime deal, but either way, it's gotta get ready. So let's get ready. These connectors that locate the rear aren't gonna work. Those are OEM. The bushings for these are no longer available, so I can't service these at all. I've bought new rods, complete replacements that go in here. They're steel rod, so we need to get them installed today because I want them in there for sandblast and paint so that everything matches. We gotta get it jacked up, get the wheel off for the one we're working on. Before I can do that, I'm tired of being cut up. This freaking light bar here, nobody ever rounded the corners. It's terrible. So we're gonna cut these bolts out and just get this out of here just before I even lay under the things. I'm tired of cutting my back on this thing. It sucks. Treat that is. What do you think about the inner? You think we'll get that lucky? So in order to change these, it looks like you have to be able to take these bolts out because there's no way for that to come out of there. So this seems to be seized. Let me see if I can't get my foot on it. Not good. Got it, baby. Hell yeah. So here's the deal. I kind of wasn't thinking about this right when I started. It looks like what I need to do is jack up this entire side and get this wheel off as well. Alright. It's threatening to rain or snow or something. Whatever. We got work to do, boys. Keep on keeping on. Man, these look like inboard drums? That really sucks. That means in order to change this stud, I've got to pull that entire thing off, wheel seal and all. And we got to do that before we sandblast it, so. Alright, let's see if we get these bolts free. There's a spacer washer in between each one. Pull it right out of there. Ah! How do you get it? Bingo. Okay, so now this. Oh wow, these things are junk, dude. There she goes. Look at that. Junk. Absolutely melted into the earth. All right, hopefully we have the same kind of luck with this one as we did the last one. Man. There we go. Bingo. It's really a shame you can't reuse these. These are nice. I like the aluminum a lot better than the new ones. You'll see. Alright boys, so here is our new bushing. Well, our new whole rod, torque rod, whatever you call these things. I don't even freaking know. I'm calling them a torque rod. They are directional, so if you look at this, that bushing is pressed in at an angle on each side, and it's got to orient correctly. So, like this one can go like this. Let's see here, like that, and then you see that those bolt holes will align when that's in the right spot. I'm not sure what I got to do to get it in the right spot. Kind of looks like it floats in here, like those springs slide back and forth on this. I might be able to get a big bar and pry in here against the pivot onto the leaf spring and push that axle. That sounds kind of far-fetched to me, but maybe. I don't know. Let's go try it. The way the suspension is designed, these bars are the only thing keeping these axles in alignment with each other and where they're supposed to go in the chassis. I guess they're kind of important. I don't know if it's enough to get that. Yeah, that moved. Enough to get that bolt up in there. Stop moving. So that must mean it's getting tight. There we go. Yeah, that's right where it's gotta be. Just like that. Okay, that's what we're after there. And then remember we have our spacer washer that goes in, which is now never seized to death. And that is one. Not real sure if this is gonna do what I want, but it's all I've got, so that's all I can come up with anyway. So we're gonna have to pull on this. Yes! Oh, Gump, you're a freaking genius. I don't really like the looks of these. I'm pretty sure I have these. We'll just put all new lock washers on it. And then we'll bolt that together, and that's the ball game, folks. So that side's done. It'll be on to the next side.
You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Oh, yeah. What the hell, bro? Hell yeah. Oh. That took the stud.
2,000 years later.
There's always one. Ah! Works every time. Do this first. Try to break up anything that's in there. What was that side-to-side vibratory deal? It got her, boys. What a treat. Should spin now. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. That's gonna do it for this one. This thing came out freaking awesome. We've definitely saved this truck to live another day. And when we get it sandblasted and painted, it's really gonna finish it off nice. I think it's finally ready, just about, to bring the sandblast and paint. The only thing I've got left to fix before we do so is that sleeper mount. I want to do that before we get it there. And then everything will match when we put it together. So that's where we're at. Thing looks sick, all stripped down. Well, it really looks like it's got some wheelbase to it now. Look at that. Just a super good looking truck. Next up, what we've got to do is finish that motor, but we will get there. It looks so much better with some wheelbase. And that wheelbase was just hiding behind all that junk. So luckily we were able to get that all dialed in. It's gonna look much better with Pete tanks. I'm excited to finish this truck off. Anyway, couldn't do this without you. Huge shout out to you patrons. You guys friggin' rock. Keeping me afloat. I appreciate it. All the money from that stuff goes into these projects, right back into the channel. We use it to buy merch. We use it to bring you guys all sorts of cool stuff. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Speaking of the website, if you haven't been there already, old2stroker.com. I'd say get yourself a beanie. We are sold right out of beanies. You guys killed it on the last video. I appreciate that. So much so that we sold out. I've reordered more, but they won't be in until January at some point. So I apologize, but thank you for your patronage. It's freaking great. But we got lots of other cool stuff. And I'm working on some new designs. We're gonna have some new shirts soon, new hoodies, a whole bunch of new cool stuff. So stay tuned. I can't wait to bring you that stuff. Thank you again for your support. We'll see you in the next one.